Yo, yo, yo. What's up? It's Donovan again. Today I just want to talk about, I guess, why I left the military to come back to school. Uh, so I just got out, actually, at the end of January. I started school beginning of January, and so there's some time lapse where I was still in at school. But it was after eight years, really long time. But I knew it was time to get out. I initially joined, I only wanted to do 4 years and get out, get, like, be air traffic controller, get out and go to school after, or do whatever, get a job. But I didn't get that job, and I ended up staying in for 8 years so I could, go to Korea and then Germany, where I just came from. Um, but yeah, so I mean, for me, I just couldn't see myself doing another 12 years to retirement while in. One of the big things for me was I didn't really care for supervising. Um, I mean, I like people I supervise, but it just wasn't me. Like, I don't like being really authoritative. You know what I mean? Like in the military, you're supervising someone, like you're involved with their whole life, which I guess can be a good and bad thing at times, but it can just get kind of taxing, like you're always on, right? You're never off. It's 24/7 duty commitment, very good one, but I think for me, I just wasn't, I don't know, I didn't really enjoy it too much. And then also, like, I didn't really care for my job too. I think if I'd been in a different career field or been stationed other places more, like I really like Germany and Korea, but I think what put a sour taste in my mouth was my first almost 5 years I was stationed at Little Rock. And, coming from Portland, and going there, I didn't really care for it. Like, I don't know, like, why did I join? I could have stayed in Portland. I mean, I wanted to go, like, Seattle, be close to home or overseas. In Arkansas, it just kind of put a damper on me. I wasn't feeling too happy there for a while. Dating there sucked for me, right? Especially like 19 going on 20. I was like, dang, everyone's like married my age, and that was the norm in Portland. So that was a big adjustment, which I already put a sour taste in my mouth. And again, I already didn't like my job, right? So I took it out because I signed up for 6. Recruiter got me. So I ended up going to Korea for a year, which I loved a lot. Trying to go back after school. And I guess I kind of turned in the leaf for me, I guess you could say. Opened my eyes more to the world. I'd already traveled before, um, but in Asia, I only gone to Japan. And so from there, it was like a whole new world, I just kept on exploring more. Made a lot of good friends out there, made a lot of cool people, and wasn't doing my job. I was doing special duty, so I was really chill. That's before Corona, so everything was open. And I got to Germany too, which was really cool, right? A lot of cool coworkers, but I didn't like that I was in the army. The way they do it is they make everyone stay in the barracks, right? But my buddies that were like at Air Force bases or other bases, they were off, and so I was kind of putting their sour taste in my mouth, right? So, and I knew I only had to do 2 years there. I could have tried to stay for more, but that first year when I was living in the barracks, I was like, nah, this isn't it. Like, I don't like having to share so much things, ironically I am now, but I was like this is against my choice. I don't know. I was like, well, I might as well have just stayed in Korea, gone stateside if I was going to be doing this. And then I was doing another job that I didn't care for at all. So I think every day, just going home and not enjoying work was kind of putting a damper on my mood a lot. You can tell by my voice, I'm always so monotone, right? But yeah, I just remember going home, just like, man, I didn't care for work. I hated work. Every day was another struggle just to go in. I love the people and everything, but the job, I just hated it, right? And so I knew, like, when it was time getting ready, I didn't want to re-enlist or anything, try to extend again. I was like, nah, I don't want to compete for promotions. I don't want to do any of these extra duties. I don't want to deal with any of this extra stuff, right? I was supposed to only do 4 years anyways, and now I'm 8. Then I started thinking, if I put off school any longer, I'll be graduating by the time I'm 40, which nothing against that, but I think for me, I wanted to get my, career path, my career started sooner than later, right? Because I'm already feeling behind. So yeah, I pulled the plug. It's a little bittersweet because there are a lot of benefits while staying in, but for me, the negatives, the cons outweighed the positives, right? Um, I knew I was ready to go to school. I was probably ready. I guess I'm glad I didn't at the end of my 6 years because I would have been right before Corona. And so then I would have been on online school for like a year or two, which I wouldn't have done well in. So I'm happy now. But yeah, I was ready to get out. So now, I mean, I look fondly still in memories, right? I met a lot of cool people. Um, able to experience a lot of things, had a lot of fun. Like Germany, I really loved. Like I said, I love my coworkers. There's always a lot to do. I just wasn't feeling too happy, right? And I even expressed that to my girlfriend at the time while there, like, not really. You're coming home from work, you're just feeling defeated. You have no energy for anything because it's draining, right? I didn't want to continue to live. Like, I didn't want to be unhappy forever. So that was a big thing for me. I was constantly feeling down, defeated. I could never do anything right. Again, nothing on other people, just on my own feeling. And so I knew that environment, for me, I'm a big, I believe people are products of their environment. And for me, I was heavily affected by everything that I was doing there, everything I was going through there. It was affecting me overall. And I knew, I'd already earned my GI Bill and everything. So like, all right, I'd already taken some part-time classes. So I decided to start applying. And, I got accepted to some schools, chose Michigan, but looking back, and I'm glad I got out, because I think if I was still, I would have missed Germany a lot. I miss having a steady job and everything like that, a lot of good benefits, but I think I would have been miserable every day. And if I'd gone to another base, I could have, gone to like, north of South Dakota or middle of nowhere, Texas or Alabama, somewhere that I would have really hated. So at least I have the freedom and choice to go where I want and do what I want, within reason, of course, right? We all have laws, but that was a big thing for me, freedom. Now, I can grow the facial hair, I can do what I want. No more rules, no army BS, even though I'm not in the army, I still have to deal with that. No more performance ratings, no awards, none of that stuff. So I think I'm pretty happy about that. I think just all the extra stuff is what I didn't really care for. And it just wasn't for me. Like, I know a lot of people, they make it. It does feel like a family a lot of times, but I think it takes a special person to be able to really, like, I think you really have to enjoy your job to do 20 years. I saw a lot of people, they did make it 20 or whatever, but they were burnt out, or they're always stressed. They didn't have time for their family. And I'm like, why are you doing this? It's not, I guess if you have a family, you're in a little different circumstances. So me, I'm, no kids or anything, so I had a little more freedom. I could do what I want, made the choice. I didn't have anyone to support but myself. I have good family support and everything too, so that was a plus. But I would definitely do it again, because I wasn't ready for school right after high school. I think I learned a lot, but I was ready. It was time for me to go. I'm glad I left. Just imagine now. And now it's even hard for me to wake up at like 6 a.m. Whereas, back then I was waking up at 5:30. I was pumped, coffee with coworkers, all that stuff. I miss the camaraderie a lot. But even then, sometimes you feel really lonely while in the service, especially depending on where you're at. If you're stationed with a lot of families, you can feel very lonely. So now I'm doing testing, trying out the scholars thing. I'm gonna graduate and go on with my life. It'll be a story to tell my kids one day, I guess, but that's all.